Okay, good afternoon everyone. Right, in these videos what we're going to create is a car racing game, just like this one here. I'm just going to put it into full screen mode and we're going to have a quick game. So this is the game we're going to make. Obviously this is the track and cars I've created. So you press the green flag and instead of it just starting the game automatically this time, it comes up with a screen where you have to click play. So if I click over here, it won't start. I have to click on the play button for the game to start. And I've got a two-player game. One's controlled using the arrow keys, so it's to turn and go around the track, and one's controlled using the WASD. And obviously you can see in the top left corner the timer counts, and in the middle of the track I've put a lap counter for each of the two cars. And if you crash, the car goes back to the start line and you start the lap again. So obviously it makes it quite competitive. And you can see obviously when we've crossed the line, we didn't get to cross the line, the laps actually increase. Okay, so this is the game we're going to make. We're going to do it over the space for about 6 or 7 different videos. Some of them quite short, some quite long. So let's get going. Right, the first thing we need to do is create our track and the actual start-finish line, the grass, and any different bits you want to add on yourself. Okay, we're also going to create the cars, so we can actually have 2 different racing cars. Okay, first things first, we are going to delete the cat. So we're going to use the scissors, click on them, and then click on the cat. In the previous games we've made, we've actually used existing sprites, so sprites that have been created for us by the people who made Scratch. In this one, we're going to create our own sprite. Okay, so we're going to, in a second, we're going to click here where it says Paint New Sprite. So I'm going to click there now, and it brings up like a paint screen. Okay, so I'm going to select the straight line tool, the line draw tool, and I'm going to change the size up to one like this. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, something like that should be fine. So I'm going to create a straight line, about that big. I'm just going to then move across to make sure it's in the center. If I don't like it, I can just use the rubber tool and I can rub out what I've just drawn. Make that a bit bigger, rub away. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly do that again. So let's do it black to start off with. Change the colour this time to red. I'm just going to draw my car in the centre there. And then I'm going to select black and I'm going to do just quickly one wheel here, one wheel here, one wheel here, and a wheel here. You guys can obviously spend more time making these look much nicer than mine, but for me that's going to be fine. At the moment we're going to leave it that size because we don't know how big we want it yet, so we're going to resize it in a few minutes. Okay, let's get creating our track. So if we click on the stage just here, we come up to backgrounds. And then we've got a white background at the moment. We've got a white stage, you can see here. If I click edit, it comes up, and this is the stage, so I can do what I want with this. The first thing we're going to do is fill the background color. I'm going to select a green, so dark green for grass. Okay, so I'm going to pick that one there and color my background green. Okay, so if you want to do a sand, you could do it like a yellowy colour. If you want to do an underwater, sort of a water one, you could do it blue. I'm going to use grass just for green, it makes it easier. Okay, so I'm then going to select the paintbrush tool, just this one here, and I'm going to change the brush size to the second biggest size, so this one here. Okay, click that, and I'm going to select the colour of my track, which is going to be like a grey. So I think that colour there is absolutely fine. If you want to go on darker, you can. I'm going to stick with that one there though, okay? Right. Actually, I'm going to change the brush size to the biggest brush, just this one here. Right, we're now going to draw our racetrack. So, you literally click and you drag where you want it to go. I'm going to draw a bit of a bend there. A nice straight turn. Bit of a turn again, and there's my track drawn. So So that's my track at the moment. I'm going to quickly now show you how to add a start-finish line, in a second, to make it look a little bit more professional. I'm going to click the black colour here, and I'm going to change this brush size to one of the smaller ones. So I'm going to go for this one here. And I'm going to quickly go around my track, put in some lines kind of in the middle of the track. It kind of makes it look, if you draw them properly like I'm not, it makes it look a little bit more professional, a bit more like a racetrack. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go around and do those. Again, you can add these in yourself. Nearly done. So that kind of starts to look a little bit more like a racetrack. I'm going to select the line tool, because we're going to do a start-finish line. The line tool. I'm going to select yellow of my start-finish line, okay? And I'm going to select quite a thick line. So one of the bigger ones, but not the biggest. I'm just going to draw a line somewhere. If you don't like that, you can press Ctrl Z, and that will undo the line you've drawn. I think that's a bit too big, so I'm going to go for this one here, and I'm going to draw actually my line sort of down the bottom here. That's better. So there. So there's my start-finish line drawn. I'm going to quickly use the paintbrush tool. I'm going to add let's add some, like a little bit of pond area down the bottom here. So you can add the pond and just fill it in like you want to. Do another water areas over here. And obviously you guys can customize your own tracks to be whatever you want them to be. I'm going to press OK because I'm happy with that track now. And there you can see the track's now been kind of drawn onto the page. We've got our stage as the track. Now my car is way too big. At the moment it wouldn't even fit onto the track. Okay, so I need to click on my car. The first thing I'm going to do is come out to sprites. I'm going to change the name to, this car is the red car, so I'm going to call it Red Racer. And I'm going to make this car, my Red Racer, a lot smaller. Keep shrinking it down in size. Keep going until you think it's about the right sort of size. Okay, I think that's getting there. Yeah, it's probably going to be about the right size to go around the car, around the track. Yep, I think that's going to be maybe one more smaller, like that. And I think that's perfect. Okay, so in this video, what we've done, we've got our car created. We've deleted the cat sprite. We've drawn our own racing car. Like I said, I expect yours to be better than mine. We've also drawn our own track. We've put the start-finish line. We've put the grass. We've put the water scene. We've put the bits in the centre of the track. And we're now actually ready to start actually getting the car moving and turning, etc., etc. So in the next one, we're going to start on that. Okay.